Like, if you want to be a sniper, there isn't a better position.
It was pretty obvious that the idea was, like, if we're saying that this is a coordinated assassination attempt, and it very well could have been, that's what you would do. You'd have someone go up there, he shoots the president, you shoot him, you got Lee Harvey Oswald all over again.
JFK,
it's over.
repeat.
It's all wrapped up nice and clean. They assassinated him. We never heard a peep about it. We don't have any idea. They would concoct some sort of story. He was radicalized by this or that, or, he was on medication. Who knows?
Right.
And now, you have a completely different presidential election, and you have a murder on live television.
Yeah. I mean, something would have had to happen to radicalize that kid, because he knew he was going to die. Like, he was going to, they're going to shoot him, or he'd be in prison for life. Those are the two outcomes. Like, it's game. He was basically, he was a suicide assassin.
Yeah.
Like, you're not thinking you're coming out of that alive, or he's not escaping. There's no escape plan.
Right. Unless he was told that they were going to let him escape, and the goal was to just shoot him anyway, and to tell him, give him extra motivation to do it. We're going to let you get up there. We're going to let you take the shot, and then you're going to disappear. Like, I don't understand how he got on the roof. I just don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense. And it wasn't like it was a roof that's so high no one could see him. People saw him up there.
I mean, people, like, basically, random passersby were pointing out that there's a guy on the roof.
With a fucking gun.
With a gun, yes.
Yeah, it's not like he was so far away you couldn't tell he had a gun. People saw him.
Yeah.
The whole thing's completely insane.
Yeah.
And you don't hear a goddamn thing about it. It's like, I'm almost more interested in that. No, I am more interested in that than I am the JFK files.
I agree.
Because I feel like with the JFK files, it's so long ago.
Yeah,
everyone's dead. Who's going to know?
Right.
If you could prove now, and did you see that there was some sort of, there was some indications that there was a phone that had been traveling from outside the FBI offices in D.C. to
I saw that.
where this kid lived.
Right.
Multiple times.
I mean, the cell phone records would be very telling.
Yeah.
Because you can see what cell phones were close to other cell phones.
Well, I think they got it from...
found that, like, for the Epstein Island, they also, the cell phone records were leaked, so you can see them. You can see it's precise enough. You can see people walking down a path on Epstein Island.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how precise it is. So, I mean, you're leaving a trail of breadcrumbs wherever you go with your cell phone.
Yeah. It's just, this kid had 5 phones. That's the other thing.
That's a lot of phones.
It's a lot of phones for a 20-year-old kid. The whole thing's
Like,
nuts.
how's he even? That's kind of expensive,
Where's he getting the money?
Yeah.
Well, also, it's like, how did his house get professionally scrubbed? Didn't even have any silverware in his house. There's nothing in there.
There's silverware?
No.
Nothing. No cutlery.
No cutlery.
That's weird.
His house was scrubbed.
And they
no
also
hard
cremated
drives.
his body, like,
Oh, gone. Like that. Yeah. Bye. Because who knows what the fuck they gave him to get him to think that he's going to be able to shoot Trump. Like, climb up on there, shoot him. Like, I mean, who knows what kind of psychotropic drugs you can put someone on and under the power of hypnosis and suggestion, and who fucking knows? I mean, this is what MK Ultra was all about. This is what Jolly West was practicing in the 1960s. They were doing that back then. They did it. I mean, there was tons and tons of experiments using psychotropic drugs, hypnosis, mind control, all sorts of different methods of manipulation. The Harvard LSD studies that made Ted Kaczynski. I mean, that's they've been doing that forever.
Yeah.
Where's that file? Where's the fucking file on that kid? Whoever, they almost did
something
it.
doesn't add up. Like, they should have those phones should they'll tell you what's going on.
Yeah. It's all fucked.
Yeah,
I mean, and
it's very shady.
Yeah.
There's obviously there's the second guy that almost succeeded in coming
the
Trump.
golf course.
The golf course, yeah. And he was just like a little careless and stuck his gun barrel out the hedge, Just been was a dumbass and stuck his gun barrel out the hedge,
Yeah.
So, and there've been other people that have been intercepted on their way to kill Trump. So there's multiple assassins inbound. At this point, he's got like an army protecting him.
Well, this is also part of the problem with the mainstream media saying that he's Hitler. When Joy Reid had that show before the election, she was comparing him to Mussolini, showed Stalin and Hitler. She pulled it all out.
They're literally saying that like Trump is worse than Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin combined. I mean,
they tried everything.
I think those guys killed 100 million people. So Trump has killed 0 people. So,
I think a real big impact was you coming on the podcast the day before the election. I think that had a giant impact. That plea to the camera. If you don't vote this time, this might be the last time you get to vote.
Yes.
And I think the way you laid it out today, it's a compelling argument. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. And they're up in their they got their blue panties in a bunch right now. But you got to stop thinking that way. They tricked you into thinking you're in a tribe. They don't give a fuck about you. The tribe's not real. You're not really in a tribe. They're using the fact that they've got you in a tribe to manipulate you so that they can keep doing what they're doing right now, which is siphoning off money, having incredible power. And the more power and more money and more control over you they have, the better they can keep doing this. And that's what they want.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. And that's the big threat that this administration poses. That's a big threat that was essentially Doge has found the coffin where the vampire sleeps.
Yeah, there's a lot of vampires.
Yeah, I mean, but
we're disturbing the
nest.
The nest, yeah.
Yeah.
We're kicking the hornet's nest.
Yeah,
like big time. And I mean, we're reprogramming the matrix. Like success was never one of the possible outcomes. As a Kobayashi Maru situation. If you're in the matrix, success was never possible. The only way to achieve success is to reprogram the matrix such that success is one of the possible outcomes. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We may or may not succeed.
Well, it's certainly a lot of fun to watch.
Yes.
This is a very exciting time because nothing changes when administrations come into power. Very little changes. I mean, you have changes in terms of policy and inflation goes up and there's a lot of different things, but not like this. Like these are giant fundamental changes. And, you see the system screeching and wailing and you see the vampires run from the light, but it's very exciting. Like as a person, a citizen, just gets up in the morning and checks the news like I do and gets on X and sees what's going on. Every day is like, holy shit. He said, what? He's getting $5 million. You could just become a citizen now? He could clear the debt with 10 million people. I never thought of that.